Welcome back, everybody, to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So, before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now, if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On AMD, it's up whopping 3.56%. So AMD might have bottomed right here with this hammer candle and now making a big move to the upside, holding over this 20-day moving average 140.77. So that is going to be your line in the sand for tomorrow's session going into Tuesday. 140.77. Underneath that level, we have strong support at 138. Now, as long as AMD stays over 140.77 right here, over this white line 20-day moving average, we can definitely make a big move, even a bigger move that we saw today. This thing can go up to 148, possibly even retest red line 50-day moving average 152.28, and from there this gap comes into play under 159. So Netflix also going up 1.23% and going up to 900 plus, and then pulling back, getting a rejection right here at 900, and now trading at 897. So there will be strong support here at 880. Underneath that level, 868 and then 842. If this thing can clear 900, then watch out for a retest of this previous all-time high 908 and possibly going up to even 930. On Tesla stock is up 3.46%, so Tesla gapped up today. We never actually filled this gap, and not to mention this gap and then this gap. So Tesla, from the election, I think this was the election gap up and go, and now, I mean, look at this insane move. Another gap up and go today. Not even looking back. I was eyeing actually an entry here on Tesla, possibly gap fill reversal here, but no chance of getting in. Right it open, this thing took off all the way up to 360 and now trading at 357. And there is some news right after closing, so it's down now 1%, and dips are already getting bought up right here on Tesla. I think it was down 2% and now it's only down 1%. So Tesla here, there will be a chance as long as support can hold 345. That's going to be key level to watch. But if this thing does not hold, the next support down here at 338 and then 330 and then this gap 324.68. To the upside, we can clear this high right here, 362-ish. Then this thing heading up for 386 to even 400. At least the Bollinger Band on top extended up to 386, so it can go there if this thing clears 362. On a Microsoft is up 1.78%. So talking about selling your option early and locking in profit, this was really bad today because I got in here with this red candle. It was green, and then it was red, it was green again, and today it was green again. So I didn't want to take any more chances. I took my profit, small profit, and even in my video I said that it can go up to 432 to close that gap, and today it happened, but I got out really early. And then look at this massive bullish engulfing candle, and now trading at 430 plus. So going into tomorrow's session, there will be support at 427. Underneath that level, we have this blue line 5-day moving average, which is moving up 425, and then critical support down here at 420. As long as Microsoft over 427, watch out for a move up to right here 438 and then possibly up to this gap 443. On Amazon stock, it's up 1.36%. So here's another one, guys. Gap up to fill the gap on top. I mean, this market, I tell you, it's just insane. So, there is a gap here, and we've been talking about it for past few days. Today, we did close the gap here, right here on top, just around 211, got up to 213. And then we got a rejection from that resistance right here. But if you look at my screen, the way we go up, we gap up to fill the gap on top, leaving a gap open right here on bottom. So now there will be support at 208 after filling this gap, and then strong support in the 20-day moving average sitting at 205, underneath that level 200. As long as it's over 208, we might be retesting 212 and possibly going up to 215 again. On Google stock, it's up 1.46%. So Google also making a big move and not only holding 170, retesting 13-day moving average right here at 173.51, getting a rejection, but it's holding close to this 13-day moving average. As soon as we get over, I would say 173, 174 here, then this thing can push up to 176 and possibly can go up even higher from there, retesting these highs right here near 184. Now, if this thing comes back, there will be strong support down here at 170. And if that gives up, then you can look for support down here at 165. This gap also can act as a strong support. And then we have a lower Bollinger Band sitting at 165 almost. On Meta, it's up over 3%, so massive, massive move to the upside here on Meta. And just like I said before, that Meta, as long as it's over these moving averages right here, 574 to 575, we might see a move up to 600. And today we almost got there. And if you look at my screen, this could be, a potential breakout that can actually take place right here. If this thing actually gets over 598 to 600 and it holds right here, guys, oh my God, this thing going up, possibly up to 623 and even higher. So the Bollinger Band still not extended fully to the upside. But just like Apple, we might see that breakout finally happening here on Meta. I mean, it's crazy to think that this thing is trading at 600 again. And not to mention, I mean, yes, there was a gap, and I was actually getting in here like 4 times buying calls right here. Did not hold. It was meant for a day trade, possibly overnight swing trade. I did not hold for more gains, but you can see my target was the gap, and a gap got filled, and then this thing got up even more, like $20 up from the gap. Massive, massive move to the upside. But downside gap, well, in this case, you can say whatever. Downside gap does not matter. Upside immediately goes back up, fills the gap. I mean, this market is something else that we have not seen, at least in last couple of years. It's just insane. I mean, yes, things, are bullish and going up, but at this rate, I mean, look at this move here. A tiny pullback, a small consolidation, forming into this bull flag pattern right here, and now it's about to break out again over 600. And if that happens, I mean, this thing can actually go and hit $2 trillion market cap. And if you look at it, not even 2 years ago, it was sitting at $88. So, some people think that market is just easy. You go in and buy a bunch of options, and you're gonna be millionaire next day. Well, easiest way is, buy these names, big names, when they're down. And I'm one of those guys who actually had shares of Meta really low, but this one I did not actually hold. So, unfortunate. Could have been up maybe, seven, $800,000, maybe even 1 million right now if I had my shares. But it just one of those things where, like, you don't think like it's gonna go up to 600. I mean, you would think that it's gonna go up to like 300, 400, but then you sell it, and then this thing, I mean, from 3, 400 now, look at this, 600. So, over time, if you're investing in the right direction, right stock, right company, your money can double. You just have to wait instead of just gambling every day. And that is why when I buy shares, I don't, sell for a loss. I buy into these big names. At least I make money out of those, before I sell them. Even if it's a small profit, there is not much losing buying shares. Pretty much, 95% winners. And that is how you win. I mean, imagine you buying, let's just say, at 150, 200, you bought 1,000 shares or maybe 500. Look at the way this thing went up now. I mean, already hit 600 once, came back, consolidation, and now it's going right back up. So now, if there is any sort of a pullback here, there will be support at 575. Underneath that level, we do have strong support down here at 568 and then 558 to 551. To the upside, we get that breakout over 600 to 597. It's blue skies, and this thing can go really, really high from here. And Apple stock, it's up almost 1%. So Apple closing at a brand new all-time high, hitting brand new all-time high today. And now for the second day, holding over 237 previous all-time highs where we got rejection multiple times. So Apple here, your line in the sand, 237, and this 5-day moving average also moving up, sitting close to 236. So it's going to move up by tomorrow. So this is going to be a strong level of support to watch, 237. Only if that gives up, you might see a drop down to this gap 233.25 and then 230. Now, as long as Apple is over 237, we're trading into blue skies, and the next stop 242 to even 250. On Nvidia stock, it's up slightly on the day, 0.27%. So Nvidia was up to 140. Like I said before, it can go and retest 140. It did, got a rejection, came back, and now holding over 136. So your line in the sand still here on Nvidia stock, 136. Only if that gives up, watch out for maybe 130 down here. Now, as long as Nvidia is staying over 136, watch out for a move back up to 140. And if we get that breakout, this is the bottom, this thing going back up to all-time highs again, or at least retesting the next resistance right here, 144, and then we're going back up to 150 plus on Nvidia. And Nvidia stock, I mean, if this is actually a dead cat bounce, we might see that rejection here from 140, and it should come back down and take out 136. In that case, we need to take out this low down here, and as soon as that's out, you know that this was a lower high, and then Nvidia will put in a new low. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.